Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Wish Infinite. In this video of Playwright with TypeScript series, I am going to cover about visual testing in Playwright. So let's start with the theoretical part first. Playwright test includes the ability to produce and visually compare screenshots using this assertion where we need to use this .toHaveScreenshot method. On first execution, Playwright test will generate reference screenshots and subsequent run will compare against the reference. When you run the test for the first time, the test runner will say the error that a snapshot doesn't exist at this particular folder with this file name .png and writing actual. Playwright test uses the pixel match library, which is pixel level image comparison library. There are different options which we can pass with this .toHaveScreenshot method. About all these options also, we would be looking into this video. Now let's see the practical example that how to perform visual testing in Playwright. Let me open the VS Code. Here, I have already created one test script file inside the tests folder, which is visual testing practice.spec.ts, and inside this test script file, I have imported the test from the Playwright test module and created these three test blocks. For now, we would be using this first test block where I have given the title as visual testing verification, and then as the second parameter, I have passed this anonymous function where we are using this page fixture, and inside the anonymous function, I have used this page.goto method to go onto the site, which is the internet.herokuapp.com. So this is the site on which we would be performing visual regression testing. And here, as we are going to put assertion inside the tests, so for that, we will have to import the expect from the Playwright test module. So here, after the test, you need to put the comma, and then we need to provide this expect here. And then after opening the application, we need to use this await expect. Then inside the expect, we need to pass the page as we are going to perform the visual testing onto the complete page for now. So here you can pass the page, and then we need to use toHaveScreenshot method. So for that, we need to put the dot and then toHaveScreenshot. So this is the method which we need to use, and then the parenthesis we need to put. And now once we start the execution, we will be able to see the failure. And why so? Because currently we are not having any reference screenshot, or you can also call it as the golden screenshot for the comparison purpose. So first time what it will do, it will fail that test, but it will create one reference screenshot, and then that reference screenshot it would be using for the further comparison. So here let's give the command which is npx playwright test, and here the execution got started and it got failed, and also the HTML report got opened. And into the terminal, if you will scroll a little bit up, you would be able to see this error we are getting that a snapshot doesn't exist at this location with the file name .png, and it is writing actual. And the same error you would be able to see into the HTML report also. And what does that mean? So Playwright was trying to find one reference screenshot, and against it, it was going to verify the actual application. But here, as the snapshot was not there, so it is showing that a snapshot doesn't exist. And this is the location. So till here, this is the folder location, right? Into the E drive, there is this folder, right? Which is the project folder. And then inside it, we have this tests folder, okay, where we keep all our test script file. And here it is trying to find one folder. And what is this folder? So this folder name consists of the test script file name, which we executed, .spec.ts -snapshots. So here, all the snapshots will get saved once you do the execution first time. And inside this folder, it was trying to find this screenshot.png. And what is this name? So this visual testing verification is the name of the test which we just executed. And then after this, this one is appearing. So this is the index of this first assertion. And after that, it is showing the Chromium. So it is the browser project on which we have done the execution. So here into the playwright config.ts file, for now, I have only configured this Chromium browser. So that's why it has created this screenshot with this Chromium name. And then after the hyphen, this Win32 is appearing as I am doing the execution onto the Windows machine. So that's why it is appearing like this. If you will do the execution onto the Mac OS or onto the Unix machine, so accordingly, this part will get changed. And this title name is appearing with the screenshot name because with this .toHaveScreenshot method, we have not provided any name for the screenshot. Now let me open this screenshot. So here, if you will see, we are able to get the screenshot of the complete application. So this was the site and it has taken the screenshot for whatever the part which was visible onto the browser. Now again, if I do the execution, so this time the failure will not happen. And what Playwright will do, Playwright will perform the visual testing and it will take this screenshot as the reference. And with this screenshot, it will try to match the application. And if it match, then it will show the passed result. So let me start the execution again. Press Ctrl C to terminate this batch job for the report. And again, we need to give this npx playwright test command. And this time we would be able to see the passed result because there would not be any change between this screenshot and between the actual application. So see, we are able to see this one passed here. And here, as I told, this screenshot name is getting generated with this title name because with this .to have screenshot method, we have not provided any name. So that's why it is using this title. Now let me provide that name. For now, let's comment out this line and into the next line, I will write the code. I'm commenting this code so that for your future reference, you would be having the code onto the gate. And here I have again given this await expect page with this .to have screenshot method. And here we need to provide the name of the screenshot. So here let's give the name as visual testing. Any meaningful name you can give so that you would be easily able to identify the screenshot name on the basis of that particular page or the step on which you have given this assertion. For now, I'm just giving the name as visual testing. And after the name, you need to put this .png so that it will take this extension. Now, once I start the execution, again, I would be able to see the failure. Why? Because it will try to find the screenshot with this name where visual testing should be there. So now let me start the execution. Then I will tell you that what would be the file name. And again, we are able to see this failure where it is showing the error that a snapshot doesn't exist at the same location, right? Till the tests folder. And inside the tests folder, it is looking the screenshot into this visual testing practice.spec.ts -snapshots folder. So this is the common folder. Why? Because it is getting generated on the name of this TestScript file. And then it was trying to find this screenshot where the name is visual testing. Okay, so this is the name which we have given here inside this to have screenshot method. And after that, it has given the -chromium because we have done the execution onto the Chrome browser and into our Playwright config file. This chromium is there as the project name. And after that, as we have done the execution onto the Windows machine, so that's why it is showing this Win32 and then .png is the extension. And now again, once I do the execution, so it will get passed because it will take this screenshot as the reference. And then on the basis of this reference, it will try to compare the actual application. Okay. And for now, I'm doing the execution into the headless mode. Here into this Playwright config file, I've given this headless as true. So irrespective of headless true or false, Playwright would be able to capture this screenshot once you do the execution for the first time. And it will take this screenshot as the reference screenshot, or you can also call it golden screenshot. And for your further execution, it will perform visual testing on basis of it. And this time again, let me do the execution quickly so that you would be able to see the passed result, because this reference screenshot is there with the name which we have provided here with this .to have screenshot method. So see, this one passed is appearing here, and this part of the name, the chromium, will get changed. Let's say if you configure this Firefox also, so you would be able to see the two screenshot. One screenshot would be for the chromium with this chromium into the name, and one screenshot would be there for the Firefox. And for each browser, it takes the different screenshot because there may be some change into the fonts or some pixels. So that's why it keeps the different screenshot for each browser as well as for each platform. And for now, our screenshot is getting generated directly inside this visual testing practice.spec.ts -snapshot folder. But let's say you want to provide some child folder inside this folder. So that also you can do. And for that, you will have to pass those folder structure inside this to have screenshot method. Let me do that. Here again, let me comment out this line. And again, I will use the same thing. Await expect page dot to have screenshot. Okay. And here inside this dot to have screenshot method, this time you will have to pass an array. And inside these array, you would be passing the folder structure with the name of the screenshot. So here you need to pass the string for the folder structure. So let's put this double quotes. You can use single quotes or the backticks also to provide the string. And here you need to pass the folder which you want to put as the child inside this folder. Okay, so this is the main folder which is getting generated on the basis of this file name. And then to put this child folder, let's give the name as child folder 1. Okay, and inside it also you want to provide any name, so that also you can give. Here you can put this forward slash and then child folder 2. Okay, and like this if you will give, so it will generate one child folder 1 inside the main folder, which is this visual testing practice.spec.ts - snapshots. And inside this child folder 1, it will generate one more folder, which is child folder 2. And after this first string, you need to put the comma, and then we need to provide the second string inside the array. And this string will contain the name with this .png extension. So here let's give the name as visual testing with child folder, right? Any name you can give. Okay, visual testing with child folder 1. Okay, .png. Don't forget to put this .png extension, otherwise you will get the error once you do the execution. And here I have passed this folder structure inside the single string separated by this forward slash. Now let me do the execution so that you would be able to see this folder structure. So the root folder would be this folder only, which is visual testing practice.spec.ts, which will get generated on the basis of the name of the main test script file. For now, the execution got failed because it was not able to find this folder structure, and inside that it was trying to find this .png file with this name, right? Now the folder structure got generated. This is the child folder 1. Inside it, we have this child folder 2. And here we are able to see the screenshot with the name which we have provided here, visual testing with child folder 1.png, right? And this is the browser name with the platform name. And rather than passing these child folders directly inside one string separated by the forward slash, you can pass them as the separate string inside this array. Let me show that to you also. Let's copy this line directly. Okay, and here let's give first child folder name as child folder 3. Okay, and this time I will give this single value here. Okay, inside this string, and after this string, so this is the first folder which will get generated inside the main folder. And after that you can put the comma, and inside this child folder 3, if we want to generate any other folder, so that also you can do. Let's give the name as ABC. Any meaningful name you need to give. For now I've just given the name so that you would be able to identify that inside the main folder this child folder 3 is getting generated, and inside it one more folder, this ABC, will get generated, and inside that you would be able to see the screenshot with this name. Now let's give the name as visual testing child folder 2, right? And let's comment out this line. Okay, and now let me again do the execution. So npx playwright test, hit enter, and see we are able to see the failure because the folder structure with this file name was not there. But now we have got that folder structure. So inside this main folder, which is visual testing practice.spec.ts -snapshot, we are able to see this child folder 3, and inside the child folder 3 this ABC folder is there, and inside this ABC we are able to see the screenshot with this name hyphen the browser project name, which is Chromium hyphen platform name.png. So any option you can use. Either you can pass a single string where the folder structure would be separated by the forward slash, and n number of folders you can provide. And here also into the second option you can pass the separate string for each folder, and here also you can pass n number of folder, and the last item would be the screenshot name.png. Now let's see some of the options which we can pass with this toHaveScreenshot method. Here whatever the screenshots which got generated, if you will open them, so you will find that this screenshot is not showing all the items which were present onto the page. Let me go to the application. Here it is able to capture the screenshot which is visible onto the screen. If you will scroll a little bit down, this footer is also available, but it is not capturing that because it was not directly visible. After scrolling to the down, it is appearing, right? So it is just the footer, but apart from that also, if the page is little long, it will only take the screenshot for the page which is visible. And if you want to take the screenshot of the complete page with all the items, so in that case, you will have to pass one option with this to have screenshot method. And the option name is full page. Okay. Let's see how we can provide the option with this to have screenshot method. So here again, you need to use this await expect page dot to have screenshot, the same method you need to give. And here let's give the name directly. So inside the parenthesis, first argument would be the name of the screenshot. Let's give the name as full name practice. Okay. .png. And after that, we need to pass second argument. So put the comma, and the second argument would be the object. And inside this object, we need to pass the key and value pair. And the key value would be the name of the option. Here, the name of the option is full page. So the key name would be the full page. And then you need to put the colon. And the value of this full page option would be a flag. So here we need to give the flag as true. Now it will take the screenshot for the full page. Let me do the execution again. So npx playwright test, hit enter. For now, it will get failed because it would not be able to find this screenshot. And it is again showing the same error, right? That a snapshot doesn't exist. And now it is writing the actual. So whatever the actual screenshot which it able to see, it is writing it as the reference screenshot, right? So previously also we have seen this part, right? Where if it do not find the screenshot, so it capture it and write that actual screenshot as the reference screenshot. Now again, if I do the execution, so our execution will get passed because it would be able to find this screenshot where it has captured the whole page because of this full page option. Let me open this screenshot. Okay, so this is the screenshot where we are able to see this footer part also, right? Because it has captured the complete page itself. And now from the further execution, this screenshot would be the reference. For the first time only it has saved the screenshot, and now every time only the comparison is going to happen on the basis of these options. Now let's look for the another option. Let me comment out this line. And the second option which we will look into is the maxDiffPixels. So what it is, let me show you directly the practical example. Here for now, let's provide the assertion. So await expect again the page dot to have screenshot, and here I will give the name as a maxdiff practice. Any name you can give. maxDiffPixel practice. Let's give the name on the basis of option only. Okay. And then don't forget to put the .png. And for now, let me do the execution. So one screenshot will get generated with this name, and then we will see that what is this maxDiffPixel option. So let's start the execution again. And it will get failed, and we would be able to see this screenshot. Okay, so here is the screenshot where for now we have not provided any option. So it has taken the screenshot of the page, whatever which was visible here, right? Now let me open this screenshot with this paint. I will modify this reference or golden screenshot. Here let's go to the file explorer, and here let's open this screenshot with the paint. Okay, so opening it with the paint, and here let me make one change. Let's write W here, and let's save this file. I will tell you why I am doing this. So for now, I have made this little change onto the screenshot, right? So this is my reference screenshot, right? So this is the expected one where I'm expecting this W should be appearing once I do the visual testing. Okay, purposefully I'm failing this particular test. Now let me again do the execution. So for now, it would be able to find this file name, but again, the execution is going to get failed. Why? Because our expected screenshot where we have written the W will not match with the application, because into the application, this W would not be there, right? Purposefully, we are failing this test. Let's hit enter after this npx playwright test. And here, see, we are able to get the failure where the error is screenshot comparison failed. And here it is showing that 711 pixels are different. Here we are also able to see this ratio also. where it is saying this ratio 0.01 of image pixels are different. About this ratio, I will talk into this next option. For now, let's focus on to this pixel part, where it is saying that we are having this 711 pixels different between the expected and actual screenshots. Okay, here we are able to see all the screenshots name also. So the expected screenshot was this one. Okay, maxDiffPixel practice -chromium -win32.png. And this is the actual screenshot which we have received from the application. And here it has also taken one screenshot where it will show the difference. Okay. So these two screenshots, the actual and the diff screenshot, will get generated inside the test results folder, which would be usable for this HTML report also. Now, if you will scroll a little bit, here you would be able to see call logs for all the steps which got performed behind the scenes. No need to worry about these call logs. Here it is showing the line number where the failure happened, and this test tab got failed, right, because of this assertion. And here, if you will scroll a little bit down, you would be able to see this image mismatch section. And this image mismatch section you will be getting only in case of visual testing. And here it is showing the name of the screenshot which we have given with toHaveScreenshot method. And here we are able to see subtabs where if you will click onto this diff, you would be able to see the difference is appearing between the expected and the actual screenshot. So we have put this W into the reference screenshot, which was the expected one, right? And into the application, it is not able to see this W. So that's why it is showing it as the difference. And if you will click onto this actual tab, so it will show the screenshot from the application, right? Into the application, it is appearing like this, but the expected behavior, which we have modified, right, where this W should be there. Okay, purposefully we have given this W. You can also click onto this side by side, so you would be able to see this expected and the actual screenshot with their width and height. Okay, so this is the image size. So you would be able to compare, right, what is the expected behavior and what is the actual one we are getting, right? On the basis of it, you would be able to see the issue related to the UI. And then there is this slider option where this slider will appear at the middle, and you can slide at left and right. So if you will slide all the way to the left, you would be able to see the expected screenshot. And if you slide all the way to the right, so you would be able to see the actual screenshot, right? And below these screenshots, we would be able to see the link of each screenshot. So this is the screenshot where we would be able to see the difference. And apart from that, this actual and the expected screenshots are also there. You can download them and you can use it for your further reference. Let's say if you want to attach this screenshot into the bug, so that also you can do. And these are all the different old section where we get the failure traces and the video. But with the HTML report, this is main advantage, right? We would be able to see this image mismatch section where we would be able to easily analyze whatever the visual differences which are there between the expected and the actual screenshots, right? So from my end, it is highly recommended to use this HTML report if you are performing the visual testing. And for now, coming on to this maxDiffPixel option. So here, as I told, we are able to see this 711 pixels are different. Okay. And now into our script, with this assertion, we can provide the option. To provide the option, we need to put the comma and then we need to pass the object. So here I've given the curly braces, and here inside these curly braces, we need to pass the key value pair, and key would be the option name. And the option is maxDiffPixels, right? So this is the key name which we need to give, and then we need to put the colon, and after the colon, we need to provide the value. For now, let's provide the value as 800. And here, by giving this maxDiffPixels as 800, we are telling Playwright to ignore if there is a difference between the expected and actual screenshot with the pixels from 0 to 800. And if it is above 800, then it will show the failure. So for now, we have got the failure because this option was not there. But now, if I do the execution again, so we would be able to see the passed test. Okay. So now let me terminate this report job. Again, start the execution. And this time, we would be able to see the passed result. Because Playwright is allowing to have the difference till the 800 pixel. So this is the maximum limit till which the Playwright will allow. If you will give it as the 500, so the maximum different pixels which are allowed will be the 500. Okay. Now for now, let's give it as the 500 and we would be able to see the failure because there were 711 pixels which were different between the expected and the actual. Let's quickly do the execution again. And here this time we would be able to see the failure. So see, the failure happened and the 711 pixels are different, right? But we are allowing Playwright to only ignore till the 500 pixels, right? But the value got exceeded. And this option you can use in your project if you feel that every time you want to ignore, if there is a difference of 50 pixels or 100 pixels, don't give too high value. Otherwise, every time it will ignore that particular part. Let's say some font or some logo got changed and that is of only 50 pixels or 100 pixels. Okay. And it will ignore that part, right? So mostly I would say don't use this option. Okay. But if it is really necessary that every time this 20 pixels and 30 pixels are getting changed once you do the execution, then in that case, you can go with this option, right? Let me comment out this part and let's go to the next option. Let's close all these reports first. And the next option is maxDiffPixelRatio. Again, let me copy this particular part. Okay. So here I'm giving this await expect page dot to have screenshot. Okay. And here let's give the new name maxDiffPixelRatio practice.png. And now let me start the execution. So npx playwright test. For now, it will generate this reference or the golden screenshot. For now, for the first execution, we are able to see the failure with this writing actual. So it has written this actual screenshot for the reference, right? So maxDiffPixelRatio practice -premium -win32. So this is the reference screenshot which got generated. Now let me open this screenshot into the paint again. Reveal it in File Explorer. Open with the paint. And here, this time, let me make some major changes so that we would be able to see this ratio also there into the report, that how much ratio is different between the expected and the actual image, okay, or the screenshot. So let me fill this with this some color. Okay, let's give the color as orange. Okay, any color you can give. So around 50% of screenshot, I have covered it with this solid orange color. Okay, let's save this screenshot. Okay, and now again let me do the execution. This time this is the reference screenshot, right? And now it will try to perform the visual comparison between this expected screenshot and the actual screenshot, which would be there into the application, where this orange box would not be there, right? So again, let's do the execution, and here we would be able to see the failure because of this major error which we have introduced, right? And here we are able to see these many pixels are different, and here the ratio is also different, right? Here the ratio of 0.50 of all the image pixels are different. So what is this ratio? Here you can understand this ratio with the help of percentage. So the ratio value is going to vary from 0 to 1. So 0 would be the 0% change, okay, and 1 would be the 100% change. And this 0.50 is the 50% of the screenshot which we have given as the expected is not matching with the actual screenshot. So that's why it is showing this ratio of 0.50 of all the image pixels are different. And if the difference between the expected and the actual screenshot would be less, let's say only 10% of the difference which is there, so in that case you would be able to see this ratio as 0.10. And here you can also see the difference, right? So this part is different from the actual screenshot, right? Now let's use this maxDiffPixelRatio option. So after the name of the screenshot, we need to provide the comma, and then we need to provide these curly braces. Let's use this option, which is maxDiffPixelRatio. And here we need to provide the value. So here what we are telling Playwright, we want Playwright to ignore, let's say if there is a difference between the expected and the actual screenshot is the 60%, and that we want to allow. So here we need to provide that value in terms of ratio. Okay, so here the ratio would be 0.60 in that case, right? And now if I do the execution, so my result will get passed because we are allowing Playwright to ignore if there is a difference of this 0.60 ratio. So here into the report, for now the difference is 0.50 and we are allowing till 0.60. So that's why it will get passed. Let me do the execution quickly and we would be able to see the passed result, although there is a difference of this around 50%, right? But we are allowing it with the help of this maxDiffPixelRatio option. So see, this one passed is appearing because of this option, right? This also I will not recommend you to use if you are going to provide very large value. And here, if you feel that this maxDiffPixels option or this maxDiffPixelRatio option should be applicable for each and every assertion where we are using this .toHaveScreenshot method to perform the visual testing, so that also you can do. And this you would be doing in the case, let's say for an example, you know that every time there is going to be the difference of around 20 pixels or 30 pixels into your application, or you feel, let's say, there is going to be a difference of 1% or 2% of the ratios into your application. Okay, in that case, you'll have to make it global. Otherwise, you'll have to provide it every time with each and every assertion where we are using this .toHaveScreenshot method. So for that, what you can do, you can go to this playwright config.ts file, and here you will have to do that configuration. So for that, first you will have to add one key, which is expect, and then colon, and its value is going to be the object. So here we need to put the curly braces, after it put the comma, and inside these curly braces we need to provide one more key, and the key would be to have screenshot, and then you need to put the colon, and its value is going to be the object again. So again put the curly braces, and inside these curly braces we need to provide the options. So the options would be maxDiffPixels or the maxDiffPixelsRatio. So here you need to provide it like this, maxDiffPixels and then colon, and here you can put that value which you know that every time this pixels difference is going to be, right? So here let's put it like 20 pixels difference, and now it would be applicable for each and every assertion where we are using this .toHaveScreenshot method. And the same thing you can do in case of this ratio difference. So there you will have to provide this maxDiffPixelRatio, and here you can put that pixel ratio value. So here let's put it like 0.1 pixel ratio, right? And this would be applicable for each and every assertion where you are using this .toHaveScreenshot method. Here you can provide only one option also, and here once you provide these options here, then in that case you will not have to provide these options for each and every assertion. But for the specific assertion, if you feel that you want to change its value, let's say you want to change the maxDiffPixels value for the specific assertion, that you can change by providing it here into the test script file for the specific assertion. For now, I am commenting this particular section itself. Now there is one more option, which is mask. And what is this mask option? So here, let's say you are having one application where you know that some part is going to change every time. Okay, here let's take this due amount as the example. Okay, where we know that this due amount is going to get changed onto this page every time. Okay, and we don't want to include this section for the visual testing or for the visual comparison, you can say. So in that case, what we will do, we can provide the mask onto this part so that it will not get considered for the visual testing. And how we can do that, let's see. So here again, let's use this await expect page.toHaveScreenshot, and let's use the name as mask page 1.png. And now, as I told, we want to mask this particular section so that it do not get included for the visual comparison. So let me first inspect this element, and here let's use the XPath to get this complete column. So let's use this ID to find the table. Okay, table @ID equals to, okay. About these XPath, I've already talked into my previous video. If you have not watched that video, that how to create the XPath, so you can watch that video. I will provide the link of that video into the description, or you can click onto the I button at top right corner to access this video. Okay, so this is the table which we have detected. Okay, and we want to detect the complete column. So inside this table we have this T body, right? This one. So let's use this T body, and this is the fourth column. So let's give this TR, which will select the row, and then we need to give this TD, right? And this TD is the fourth TD, right, for each row. And for that we can provide this index, okay, which is fourth TD. So see, we are able to find the each value from the fourth column, okay, for each row. And let's use this XPath. So here, as we want to mask this fourth column, so for that we have created this XPath. For this T body, table row and table data, there were no unique attribute which was available, so that's why I've taken this XPath like this. And now let's use this mask option. So here, after the name of the screenshot, you need to put the comma, and then to provide the options, we need to give these curly braces. Okay, previously also we have used it like this. And here we need to provide the key value pair, and the key would be the mask, and its value would be the locator which we want to mask. For now, we want to mask the complete column. Any locator you can provide which you want to mask, where you know that this value is going to get changed every time. Let's say this data tables is going to get changed every time. So for that, you will have to provide the locator of this data tables in that case. Okay, just an example I am giving. Okay, let's say at this point, this username appears. Okay, and whenever you change the user, it is going to get changed. So in that case, you can mask that particular heading or the username. For now, we are masking the complete column. Okay, because we know that every time for us, this due amount is going to get changed. Okay? For now, it is not getting changed, but that may happen for your application. In that case, you can provide this mask as the key, and its value would be the locator. So here we need to give this page dot locator method I'm going to use, as we are going to provide the XPath, and inside it we can provide the XPath. So within the double quotes, I've given this XPath which I've created, and this locator you need to pass inside the array. After the colon, put these square brackets, and inside these square brackets, okay, of the array, we need to provide the complete locator which we want to mask. Now let's do the execution. For now, it will not be able to find the screenshot with this name, so it will get failed. Let's start the execution, and it will generate the reference and the golden screenshot which will get used every time for the further execution. So see, it has written the actual. And here, if you will open that screenshot, so see, this masking is appearing onto that column because we have provided this mask option where the value would be the array of the locator, right, which we want to mask. So there may be the single locator, and in your case, if the multiple locators are also there, that also you can mask. And as we have provided this mask option, so that's why this screenshot is appearing like this only. See, this pink masking is appearing onto the given locator. And if any changes happen for this column, so it will not get considered as the failure because we have masked that item. Now let's mask one more item. Let's say we want to mask multiple items. So for that, what we need to do, we need to use this await expect, okay, page dot, same method we need to give to have screenshot. Okay, let's give the name of the screenshot as multimask dot png, and here we need to pass the options, so comma, inside the curly braces, the key would be the mask, colon, and its value is going to be the array. And previously we have just passed the single locator, but this time we would be passing the multiple locators which we want to mask. So first locator would be that fourth column itself. So let's copy this locator from here only, and then we need to provide one more locator, okay, which we want to mask. So put the comma, and let's detect another element which we want to mask. So this time let's mask this complete second table. Okay, so here let's inspect this table, and this second table is having the ID as table 2. Okay, so let's use the CSS selector by using this ID. So here after the comma, we need to give this page dot locator, and then I'm going to use that ID value to give the CSS selector. Okay, so within the double quotes, let's provide this hash and the ID value. So this is the second locator which we want to mask. So in this case, this fourth column as well as this complete second table will get masked. Now let's do the execution. Let me comment out this 12 number line, as we have already seen that how the masked screenshot will get generated, and every time it is going to do the visual comparison on the basis of that reference screenshot. And now again do the execution. So npx playwright test, and this time you would be able to see the masking is appearing onto the 2 items. So you can provide this masking onto the multiple elements. For now we have just did it for the 2 items. So the fourth column we have masked, and the complete second table we have masked. Okay, if you want to mask this title, so for that also you can put the comma, and then you can provide the locator of that element which you want to mask. Until now we are performing the visual testing or the visual comparison onto the complete page. So that's why we are providing this page with this expect. But let's say we want to do this visual testing or the visual comparison only for the certain part of the application or only for the certain element. So that also we can do. For now, let's do it only for this first table. So for that, what you will have to do, you will have to use this await expect. Okay, so let's give this await expect, and here on the place of the page we would be passing the locator of the element for which we want to do the visual testing. Okay, till here we were doing the visual testing onto the complete page. So here let's detect this table. So for this table we are having this table 1 as the id. On the basis of it I can detect this table. So page dot locator method I'm going to use, and here let's use the css selector, so hash and that id. So this is the locator which we have given, and after this we need to provide this dot to have screenshot, and here let's pass the name as table verification, and let's start the execution. So this time it is going to generate the reference screenshot only for that table, and in further execution that reference screenshot is going to get compared with the actual part, right? Oh, sorry, I forgot to put this .png, so that's why this error is appearing. So here after the name, you need to put this .png, right? Don't forget to put this .png. It is very common mistake which we can do, right? And so, and we would be able to see the same error into the HTML report. Okay, let's do the execution again. For now, it has not generated any screenshot because the name was not having the extension itself. Okay, so again, do the execution, and this time it will generate this golden screenshot, and for the further execution it will use that reference screenshot. So the same error we are able to see, a snapshot doesn't exist and it is writing actual one. Okay, and here inside the folder if you will see, this table verification hyphen chromium hyphen win32 got generated, where it has captured only the locator which we have passed with this expect. So any locator you can pass for which you want to do this visual comparison. And on to this part where we are doing this visual comparison only for the specific locator, we can use all these options which we have discussed, like full page, maxDiffPixels, maxDiffPixelRatio, or the masking thing also you can do for the specific locator also, right? Let's use this mask for now just to show you that it will work. Okay, let me copy this option. So here let's put the comma, and then within the curly braces you need to provide the mask colon and the locator which you want to mask. So for now I'm just masking this fourth column again. Here let's do the execution again. For now let me change the screenshot name, otherwise it will start comparing this screenshot with this masked option, and it will get mismatched. Okay, so let's put it as the 2 and then do the execution. So npx playwright test, hit enter, and this time this second screenshot is going to get generated where the fourth column will be masked. Okay, so here it is showing the snapshot doesn't exist, and now it has generated this reference screenshot with this fourth column masked. Okay, and this masking happened for the specific locator. So let me comment out this code for your further reference. Okay, and previously we have used it without masking, so let me put that also. Okay, okay, all these two lines without masking, and the masking I have commented so that if you use it from the git you would be able to see it. And like this masking for the specific locator, you can use any option. Until now we have done the execution only for the chromium, right? But we can also do the execution for the different browser or the different mobile phone emulator. So here let's do the execution for this iPhone 14 Max Pro. Okay, let's remove these comments. So here inside the projects we have given this object as the value where the name is the iPhone 14 Max Pro, and here we are saying that we want to do the execution onto this device which is iPhone 14 Max Pro. And let's use this await expect page. For now we want to do the visual testing for the whole page, so that's why I'm giving the page dot to have screenshot, and here we can provide any name. Let's give the name as iPhone testing dot png. Now once I do the execution, first time the execution will get failed because it will not be having this screenshot for the reference. And here you are able to see the two tests got executed. First is for the Chromium and the second is for this iPhone. Okay, and both got failed because the reference screenshot was not there. Okay, so this is the Chromium one where the full screenshot is appearing. And let's open the iPhone test. And here if you will see, the screenshot is appearing with a different size because we have enabled this iPhone project also. So that's why it is capturing the screenshot for the iPhone size. And if you will see the naming convention also, so this is the name which we have given, iPhone testing. Then after the hyphen for the Chromium, the execution happened, so it is appearing this hyphen Chromium hyphen Win32, and the second execution happened for the iPhone, so that's why we are able to see this iPhone 14 Max Pro. And then we are doing the execution onto the Windows machine, so that's why this Win32 is appearing, and this iPhone 14 Max Pro is coming from this name value, right? So here if you will give XYZ, so that value would be appearing here with the name. Okay, and you can use all the options and this folder structure thing, whatever we discussed previously, for each and every browser or the mobile devices. So any project which you give here, for that you would be able to do this visual testing. And now we have covered almost all the useful options. Only this StylePath is left that I will cover. But before that, I want to tell you one more thing. So let's understand it like this. Let's say in your application, developers have majorly changed the application, okay, where the UI is completely changed, and you want to take the new UI as the reference. So for that, you will have to update all the old screenshots, okay, and that you cannot do one by one. So for that, we have the command which you can use. So for now, let me use this assertion again with this .to have screenshot method, and here let's put the name as update practice. Okay. Here into the actual project, you would not be giving the names like this. You would be giving the name on the basis of page. Let's say you are onto the landing page of this URL, so you would be giving the login page.png. Okay, once you logged in into the application, then the landing page will appear, right? So in that case, you can give the name as landing page.png. If you are testing the cart page, so for that you would be giving this name as cart.png. So any meaningful name should be there. For now, I'm just giving the name like this so that it would be easy for you to get that which line is for which screenshot. So here let's do the execution quickly, and it will capture the screenshot. And here let me comment out this iPhone part, otherwise it will do the execution for iPhone and Chromium both, and only Chromium is there. And let's do the execution here, npx playwright test, and this screenshot also got generated, which is update practice hyphen Chromium hyphen Win32. Let me open this screenshot into the paint, and I will make a small change here for now. So here open it with the paint, and let's make this change here. Let's save it. Okay, for now I'm making this change because you can understand it like this, that this is our reference screenshot or the golden screenshot, right? But into the application, this thing is not going to be there. Okay, and we want to update our screenshot, or you can consider it like this, that this is your old UI, but into the application the new UI is appearing, and you want to update that UI for your reference screenshot. Okay, let me save it. So here what you need to do, you will have to fire one command into the terminal. You need to provide this npx playwright test, and then we need to provide the flag which is hyphen hyphen update. So here you need to give this hyphen hyphen update hyphen snapshot, and with this command it will update all the screenshots for which we will do the execution. So for now all other parts are commented, but it will update the screenshot for this update practice.png one, right? So this file will get updated. Let me open it, and let's do the execution. Sorry, I have given the wrong option here itself. Here it should be hyphen hyphen update and then hyphen snapshots. Okay, and then hit enter. By mistake, I've just given the snapshot only. And once you hit enter, this particular screenshot will get updated. So see that drawing got removed, right? Because it has updated the screenshot on the basis of the actual UI. And here if you will read, so see here we are able to get that this particular file is regenerated and writing the actual. So whatever the new UI which was there into the application, it has regenerated that screenshot and then replaced it with the actual one. So anytime any changes happen into your UI, so in that case you can use this command which will update all the screenshots for all of your assertion which are there. Now coming on to the next option which is left, which was style path. Okay, so for that we would be using this second test now, where I have given the title as visual testing iframe hiding verification, and then I've provided this anonymous function where we are going on to this demoqa.com website with this page.goto method. And here let me open this application first. Let's close all these reports. So into this demoqa website, here if you will inspect, so you would be able to find that there are so many iframes which are available. So this is just an example I'm giving for the iframe where we are using this style path. Okay, let me search for the iframe. So see, all these ads which are appearing are the iframe, and these ads will keep on changing every time once you refresh or reopen this URL. And if you will take it as the reference screenshot, and next time let's say new ad is coming here, so your testing will get failed, right? Your visual comparison will get failed because it would be able to see the difference between the expected and the actual one. So for that, what we can do, we can tell the Playwright that do not capture the screenshot for this iframe section. And how you can do that? So for that, what we can do, we can generate one CSS file. Okay, if you're not much aware about this HTML CSS, so you can understand it like this. So HTML is kind of structure of your web page, and the CSS is kind of different look which we can provide. Let's say color we can give, or the background animation that we can provide with the help of CSS. So all those things we put inside this CSS file. So for now, I will generate one file. Let's give the name as screenshot.css. Okay, this CSS file I am generating, and then inside this CSS file I am providing this iframe. Okay, this is the HTML tag. Okay, and then we need to put the curly braces, and here we can provide the different CSS. So for now, here what I will do, I will provide this visibility for this iframe as the hidden. So this is the CSS I want to apply for our application, where I am marking this visibility of the iframe as the hidden. So this is our CSS file. And now go to your test, and here we would be using this style path option. So for that, we need to again give this await and then expect, and here let's provide page with this expect, and dot to have screenshot, and here we need to provide the name of the screenshot. So let's give the name as iframe hiding, any meaningful name you can give, dot png, and then we need to provide the option which is style path. So put the comma, then curly braces, and inside it we can provide the name of the key. So the key would be the option which is style path. Okay, so style path, then colon, and here we need to provide the path of this particular CSS which we want to apply for our web page. So here click on it, and then we are copying this relative path, and then you can provide that relative path within the quotes. You can pass that particular path. So for now, I have kept it directly inside the main folder. So that's why it is not showing any folder structure right here. It has directly taken this name.css. And now what will happen, as we are telling that this is the style which we want to apply from this file, and inside this file, what is the style which we have given? So we have provided the style where we are marking the visibility as the hidden for all the iframes. Now let me mark this test as only, so only this test will get executed. Let me remove only from here. And here let's put this npx playwright test, hit enter. So our second test will get executed only onto the Chromium browser. And we are able to see the failure because we are running it for the first time. So that's why it is saying that snapshot doesn't exist, and it is writing the actual one. And here let's open this iframe hiding screenshot. And see, into this screenshot, we are not able to see any of the iframe and it got hidden. So let's compare it with the application. So it is opened here. Here see, all these iframes are appearing with these ads. But here, if you will go to your screenshot, we are not able to see any of the ads because we have told the Playwright to use this style sheet file where we have marked all the iframes as the hidden. And in your project, it is not necessary that you will apply this iframe part only. If you want to apply any other CSS, so that also you can do. This is just an example. So in your case, you would be putting all the CSS which you want to apply while taking the screenshot inside this CSS file. Any file name .css you can give here. Okay. And once you provide this option with this style path colon and with this file location, then it will apply all the CSS from that particular file and then it will take the snapshot. And from the next execution, it is going to consider that snapshot as the base snapshot and then it will perform the visual comparison by keeping this option in mind, right? So for now, if I will do the execution again, so it will consider that all the iframe will be disabled. Okay, then only it will compare the actual and the expected screenshot. And apart from the image screenshot, we can also take the non-image screenshot. And with this non-image screenshot, we would be able to compare the text or the binary data. And for that, we need to use the method which is toMatchSnapshot. So let's use it. And for this, I'm going to use this third test where I've given the title as non-image screenshot and provided this anonymous function where we are going on to this Playwright official website. Let me open this website. And here, let's verify this particular part. So we want to verify this text with the help of snapshot. So let's detect this element. So this is the main heading. We can take this particular element, right, where it is taking all these text also into the picture, which is get started. This star also with this 61k plus text, it will take into the consideration. So let's use this class name, which is hero hyphen primary. Okay, let me copy it. Let's press the Control F. Here you can see that it is just highlighting one element. And here we need to provide the assertion. So for that, we need to use this expect. And inside this expect, we would be passing this locator. So here we just copied that class name. Okay, for this complete text which is appearing at the top. So we can give this page dot locator. And here we will pass this CSS selector. So dot the class name. And onto this locator, we need to provide the method which is text contained. Okay, which will get all the text content from this locator. Okay, and this is the method. So put the parenthesis. And this method is going to return the promise. So here see this promise is appearing. So for that, you will have to use this await keyword in front of this page.locative text content, right? And onto this expect, we need to use the method which is dot to match snapshot. And here we need to pass the file name. So for now, let's give the name as heading snapshot, right? And as it is the non-image screenshot, so for that we need to pass the file extension as .txt. So here also, if you will see, it ensures that passed value either a string or a buffer and matches the expected snapshot stored in the test snapshot directory. So for the first execution, it is going to get failed and it will generate this snapshot, which is .txt file. And every time for the further execution, it is going to use this snapshot, which is txt file. And then it will match this text content against this file. Okay. Now let me start the execution. For this time, I just want to execute this third test. So here I would be using this dot only with this test, and let's remove it from here. And let's put this npx playwright test, hit enter. And this time we are getting the error because first time we have executed and it is not able to find this particular file, right? Where we have given the name as heading snapshot. Then this is the Chromium for the browser name. And this is the system on which we are doing the execution. And it has written the actual as the reference for now. And here if you will see inside this main folder, right? So this folder is for this file. Okay, if you use any other file, let's say practice test 2, so it will generate the separate folder for that. For now, we have done all the things inside the single file, so that's why it is appearing inside the same folder. And here this file got generated, okay, on the basis of the actual data which was there into the application. So it has generated this file, and from now onwards it is going to take it as the reference for the further visual comparison. Let me open this file, and here see all the text data is appearing here. So all the actual data which was there into the application, it has captured it. So Playwright enables reliable end-to-end testing for the modern web apps, and it is also showing this get started star 61k plus, right? So all the text it has captured, and from now onwards it is going to use this data for the comparison. One more example I would like to add. For that, I have created one new test script file, which is this visual testing example.spec.ts. And inside this test script file, I have imported the test and the expect from the Playwright test module, and created this test block with the title visual testing example, and then given this anonymous function with the page fixture. And inside this anonymous function, I am performing this scenario where I am opening this link and then entering this username, password, then clicking onto the login button. And once I click onto this login button, the main landing page would be displayed with all these items. And then I am clicking onto the cart button where this empty cart would be displayed. And for the same, the script is written here where we are opening this link, then this login page is displayed, and then we are entering this username, password, clicking onto the login button. Then this main landing page is displayed where all the items are appearing. And then we are clicking onto this cart icon, which is opening the empty cart page. And for this, we would be performing the visual testing for the different pages, which are login page, landing page, and the cart page. So let's add assertions here. So onto the login page, we need to add one assertion where we would be verifying this page. So for this, we need to give this await, then expect, and here we are verifying the full page. So give the page here with the expect dot to have screenshot method, which we have discussed that we need to use, and here we need to provide the title of this particular screenshot. So here let's give the name as login page.png. Okay, so such meaningful names you need to give, right, so that you would be easily able to identify. And after this, we need to provide the assertion for this landing page. Let me copy the same line, and here I will paste it after logging in into the application. Here I will change the name also, which is landing page. And as here I want to validate the full page because there are so many items which are appearing, and for that we will have to scroll down, right? So let's provide this full page option here. So after the comma, provide these curly braces, and inside it you need to provide this full page option which we previously discussed, and then we need to provide it as the true. And for the cart page also we need to add one assertion. So here I've pasted the same line, and here I would be changing the name to the cart page. So this script would be generating 3 screenshots for each page for which we want to do the visual testing. Let's execute this script. So for that we need to provide this npx playwright test, and after this, as there are 2 test script inside this test folder, I will provide the name of this script. So let me copy this name, and here we can provide this name so that only this test script will get executed, and inside it only one test is there, so this test will get executed. Hit enter. So the execution started. Currently the execution is happening into the headless mode, and we got our failure. Why? Because all the snapshots are currently not generated, right? Because we are executing the script first time, so it has generated all 3 snapshots, and for that we are able to see the same error, which is a snapshot doesn't exist at this location with this name, and it is writing actual, right? This is for the first login page screenshot, second error is for the landing page screenshot, and the third error is for the cart page screenshot. Let's close this report, and here into the VS Code, if you will see, the new folder got generated because we have executed the new test script file. So for that we have got the new folder with this name, which is visual testing example.spec.ts -snapshot. So here inside it you would be able to see 3 different screenshots. One for the login page, second is for the landing page. Okay, here we have given the full page option, so that's why it has taken full page into the consideration, and the third one is for the cart page. And if I again execute the same test script, so our execution should get passed. So let me execute it again. Let me terminate this report batch job, and then we need to provide the same command, which is npx playwright test visual testing example. This is the test script name .spec.ts. Let's hit enter, and see execution got completed, and we are able to see this passed result. And if any changes happen into any of the page, so for that we would be able to see the failed report, and then we can analyze it accordingly. And that's it for this particular video. Let me give you the quick recap. So here we saw that we can perform the visual testing into the Playwright by using this to have screenshot method, where we can provide the assertion. So like this, we need to provide the assertion await expect page, and then we need to give this method name, which is to have screenshot. And with this method, we can pass the name, also the folder structure like this within the array. Then we can use the different options like full page to capture the full page screenshot, this maxDiffPixel to allow this maxDiffPixel to get ignored. We can also provide the maxDiffPixelRatio, which we want to get ignored. Here we can mask the specific element or a specific section of the page using this mask option. Then we saw that we can do this visual testing for the specific locator also. So here inside the expect, we will have to pass that locator, and then on that we can use the same method, which is to have screenshot. And for this specific locators visual testing also, all the options will be applicable. We can also take the screenshot for the different browser or for the different devices also, like iPhone or any mobile devices. To update the screenshot, we saw that we can use this command, which is npx playwright test -update -snapshots. And it will update all the screenshots on the basis of the current UI. Then we saw that we can also use this StylePath option, where we can apply any of the style sheet which we keep into the CSS file. So while capturing the screenshot, it will apply all the style sheet first. And once the screenshot is captured, so from the next time, it is going to use that screenshot as the reference screenshot. And then it will compare it with the actual one after applying the style sheet. We can also capture the non-image screenshot, where it can compare the text or the binary data, where we need to use this method, which is to match snapshot. So here you need to provide the assertion like this, expect, and inside it you need to provide the locator with this dot text content method. And as this to match snapshot do not provide the promise, so that's why we have not used the await keyword here. And that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto this second card to access the whole Playwright tutorial playlist. And stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.